Texas League Baseball is next. And good Friday night, everybody. We welcome you into our live broadcast of Texas League Baseball. And now here is the voice of your San Antonio Missions, the one, the only, John Baker. Thank you, Bob. Good evening, one and all, to this live broadcast as we get you set for Game 4 of the 6-game set between the visiting Corpus Christi Hooks and your Flying Chanclas de San Antonio. I gotta say, we are down to this last weekend here at home, and gotta say, what an honor it's been to serve every single fan of this broadcast and also our fans here at the stadium here tonight. But anyway, let's have this last weekend for all of us to have. Let's have some fun and just have it pretty good. Well, anyway, tonight is $2 Dr. Pepper night presented by our friends there at good old Dr. Pepper. Series continues tomorrow night at 7:05. Be the last fireworks show here in San Antonio. And don't forget Sunday, Bark in the Park, presented by our pet supply places like PetSmart, Petco, and so far our other proud sponsors, the San Antonio Stock Show Rodeo and also West Creek Trail Rides. Well, the Missions are on the road. They head to Springfield to take on the Springfield Cardinals in a 6-game set. And fans, I gotta say, regular season will be over right after that. But hey, we got more baseball in the Texas League after that as our final 4 contestants that made it to the playoff rounds will face off the best of 3 in the Texas League playoff rounds. And then, well, 2 teams get eliminated. Then it'll be the final 2 competing for the Texas League title of 2025. Well, after that final night, it will be the end of all baseball here in the Texas League. And we got to say that it will be the off season before too long. Yeah, and I got to say, John, always good to get a much-needed rest after a big season. And so far, it's going to be pretty good. I got to say. And then we got the holidays coming up. We got Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. And, yeah, got to say, it's big level of events going on. And so far, pretty good. Well, last night, Bob, it was a 1-0 ball game for San Antonio, and just that one run held up the victory. Yeah, I got to say, John, and it takes you back to that time when the Midland Rockhounds won the 2017 Texas League title against the Tulsa Drillers. And you did say that your dad went to that at one time with your uncle, Robert. Yeah. He did, and they had I guess they went to Tulsa, Oklahoma, but anyway, they took a road trip one evening, and gotta say, they went there and they saw the whole thing. Midland held that one run against Tulsa, and that one run held it all. And to this day, we remember that ball game and the 1-0 score that Midland had gotten, and so far it was pretty good. Yeah, I got to say, John, absolutely right, and that goes down in Texas League history. The Rockhounds were a four-peat during the 2014 through 2017 seasons, and got to say, pretty good on that. Well, I got to say, some people are just loud with their cars. I don't know if you can hear that, but a loud V8 engine going down Highway 90 going towards Del Rio, and boy, just got to say, they are loud. But anyway, game 4 tonight of our 6-game set. Here in San Antonio, the Flying Chanclas one last time taking the field this season. And so far, we're just sad to see them go after tonight. But don't forget that 2026, we are back. We are ready to go full swing. And so far, we just cannot wait to see y'all for 2026, our live streams and full coverage of what we have. But evidently, we are back on April 7th through the 12th, taking on the Corpus Christi Hooks, and that is for the season home opener of 2026. So, evidently, our home games for next year is Corpus Christi, Amarillo, Midland, Wichita, Corpus Christi, Frisco, Amarillo, Corpus Christi, Frisco, Springfield, Northwest Arkansas, and Midland. And those are the only opponents that will come to San Antonio during 2026. And got to say, Arkansas and Tulsa, once again, this will be the probably fifth straight year that those two ball clubs in the North Division do not come to San Antonio. That is Arkansas and Tulsa. And so far, got to say, pretty sad about that. Yeah, I know. And those are the two teams that you would love to see come to San Antonio. But evidently, it's three of the North Divisions that come. And so far, that'd be Springfield, Northwest Arkansas, and Wichita that come to the Alamo City in 2026. Yep, that is for sure. But anyway, we got to say, we got this ball game ready to go. Flying Chanclas one last time will take the field in this regular season. And so far, just excited that you are coming to our live broadcast tonight as we get ready to go. Well, anyway, just beautiful colors we see on those Flying Chancla uniforms. Corpus Christi in their road grays. But evidently has the same Thatcher as what we had last year during the old looking logos and jerseys. Well, on the hill tonight, the left-hander, Austin Traub. What do we know, Bob? Well, he's got that 94-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball, slider, curveball, and changeup. And so far, pretty good on that. Well, the batter now is Jesus Bastidas, as he'll lead it off tonight for Corpus Christi. So far, we are about ready to go. 3 magic words. Let's play ball. And the first pitch is high fly in the air. And out of play in the count now, 0-1. And we are underway. Friday night baseball. The kids are coming to the ballpark. Glad to have you guys with us in the live stream. So far, pretty good. That one right there, and the count now, 0-2. If you are here with us at the ballpark, we welcome you. Final Flying Chanclas uniform night. No balls, 2 strikes. And that is foul. And the count now at 0-2. Still hanging on is Bastidas. So far at the middle half of this ball game, we should have a pretty good, decent amount of people here tonight. Yeah, I got to say, John, absolutely right. Well, that's going to be a strikeout. And it's thrown down, not in time, and the runner will reach safely. A strikeout on a wild pitch will put that runner, Bastidas, right to first. Here is Luis Baez. And he's going to throw right there, second for one. Relay, they get them both. In time, what a Taco Bell double play. 5-4-3, and there's 2 down. Hits the ground ball straightaway third to Yendry Rojas. gives it to Nerwillian Cedeno and Marcos Castañon. And so far, what a magnificent play. Beautiful. The batter now, Luis Encarnacion, as he comes in, hits that one high fly in the air. Castañon waits for it and makes the play to end the inning. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for Corpus Christi. Boy, that was a really quick inning. We go to the bottom of the first inning, and San Antonio coming to bat right after this. No score through the first half of the inning. Now set to go for the bottom of the first inning for San Antonio. Right now, the Mission's Baseball Network. Well, this proud broadcast is brought to you in part by West Creek Trail Rides. For more information, visit westcreektrailrides.com. Book your online with our weekend manager, Lana. Give her a call at 210-616-6585. To book your online reservation, just give her a call, and she'll be glad to set you up with a pretty good day and time, and you come out to the ranch and enjoy great outdoors on horseback. Well, before we get started with this bottom half of one, here is Alonzo Treadwell. The right-hander is coming in for Corpus Christi. He is the starter, the four-seam slider, curveball, and a changeup, and Bob, this guy gets real pretty good, so you just got to watch him really good. Yeah, I got to say, John, you really do, and so far you just got to see where that ball goes. Well, leading off the bottom of the first for San Antonio, left fielder Albert Fabian will take an inside strike, and it's the count now at 0-1. Well, so far, we do have a weather delay there in Wichita. Second time through their homestand that they are getting rain. They're top of the first inning and no score, so the pretty much thought about it is they could have another doubleheader on their hands. Yeah, I gotta say, John, it'd probably be a possibility if they get one of those. Yeah, for sure. Right there, ground ball. Straight away, throws to the pitcher, Treadwell, and he'll get him for out number one.
The catcher, number 58.
The catcher, Francisco Acuna, will be the next batter up for San Antonio. So far, got a cloud out there in the left center field, and sun starting to set on this Friday night. Come out and join us. And because after tonight, we only have 2 home games left. That is Saturday at 7:05 and Sunday evening at 7:05. Right there, straight away up to right field. Boy, he had to reach down near his shoes to get that one for out number 2. Center fielder, Joshua Mears. Pretty good at bat. Boy, he had 5 RBIs. And 2 home runs through this series. One of them was a 2-run shot. The second one was a 3-run shot. And both lying on those on home runs. Here's the 1-1. And that one's going to be right there. Line drive, base hit, and it gets down. Going to first, going to second. And here he comes. Got a stand-up 2-out double. Joshua Mears just got everybody some Whataburger coupons for the whole stadium. That one's a double meat cheeseburger. your choice of a medium fry or onion ring, and your choice of a sweet tea or Dr. Pepper. But anyway, Whataburger served hot and fresh for all of San Antonio. Gotta say, pretty good on that. Here's first baseman Marcos Castañon. Takes that one down and outside, and the count now 1 ball and no strikes. Well, with the weather delay going on there in Wichita, it might be another game that goes delayed or even gets postponed. I mean, we'd have to wait and see. We'll give you some scores. Springfield and Northwest Arkansas tied 1-1, top of the 6th inning. Arkansas is up by a run against Amarillo. It's 3-2.
Ball that's outside.
Frisco up ahead, bottom of the 5th inning there in Midland, with the score 4-3. And right there, called third strike. He got him down looking. So no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left on. And surely that would disappoint a manager by a long shot, and yes, it will. We head to the 2nd inning. It's no score through 1 here tonight in San Antonio. So the next leadoff batters is Zach Daniels, Smith, and Deming as we get ready to go for the top half of inning number 2. Well, about set to go for the top half of the 2nd inning for Corpus Christi right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. Zach Daniels coming in as we lead off the 2nd inning for the Hooks. And the pitch is right there and now to play foul. The count now 0-1. Boy, John, you sound a little bit better than what you're doing. Well, I sound better. Thank you for asking. No balls, 1 strike. Wind up and the pitch. That one is high pop up foul. And the fans right behind the backstop will get a free baseball courtesy of Zach Daniels. No balls, 2 strikes. That one hit ground ball. Castañon picks it up right there at first, and he's got him for the out. So 1 down.
The third baseman, Cam.
Well, pretty good right there as he gets that one. And here's third baseman Cam Smith getting the hot corner for Corpus Christi. Got to say, with a new look and logos and jerseys for the Corpus Christi Hooks, got to say this first season was really exceptional in their new look. Evidently, the other look was better. But so far, a neighbor team to San Antonio always has a good representation of what they were. That one's right there. Line drive, base hit to center. And Smith is on base. The 1-out single coming in.
The designated hitter, Austin Deming.
Well, the next batter up is Austin Deming. Deming coming in, ready to go. Wind up and the pitch is in for a strike. The count now at 0-1. So far, if you are watching from Wichita, glad you are. Or if you're watching Springfield and Northwest Arkansas going at it, Amarillo and Arkansas, Corpus Christi and San Antonio, or Frisco and Midland. No balls, 2 strikes. Wind up and a pitch. It's down and it'll get past him. Acuna will... Oh, ouch. Yeah, that is just another wild pitch through this game, and make that the second they have witnessed, as that ball will bounce under the catcher, Francisco Acuna. 1 ball, 2 strikes right there out of play, and the count now at 1-2. Now, evidently said that Ethan Salas is still gone, and he's been out on injury since July 24th of this year. Been out for already the start of the 2nd month. Been out all of August and already close to the end of this homestand, and well, so far probably going to be out once again. Throw down to first, and they don't get him. So that was a blatant error, strikeout, and a wild pitch on top of that, and that's 3-on-1 right there. Zach Cole coming in now as he'll get going. The windup and the pitch, and that's going to be right there. He's going to get one, and yeah, trying to get a triple play. That would have been magnificent to get 3 outs, a triple play, which equals triple crowns right there, I would say. Yeah, I gotta say, John. Here is Chase Jaworski. And that's going to be right there. And that's going to drop. And here comes the runner in to score. Oh, boy. And Corpus Christi gets on the board. And they tried to get him there at home plate. Well, evidently failed, but now another 2 on base after the RBI single. And here is Brian Lavastida. Lavastida coming in, ready to go, and he's going to get that one. And they're going to throw it away. What the heck is he doing? Well, that's going to be a costly error. So an error on the pass ball. And, yeah, that's going to get tagged on the catcher right there. I bet the manager's just pulling his hair out. Yeah, I would agree. I've been pulling my hair out, too, while I'm at it. Lavastida coming in, and that's going to be hard hit right there. Base hit, 3rd run in to score. And Corpus Christi, now 3 in this half inning, come into the plate. Oh, San Antonio, boy, you make so many errors, and that will kill you in the end. And I tell you one thing, that'll just beat the dead horse silly. Beat the dead horse silly. Where'd you come up with that one there, John? Well, if you haven't heard that logic before, it's like beating the dirt out of a rug. Oh, I see where you're coming from. Oh, you're funny, John. I like working with you. Nah, for sure. No balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Bastidas. Runner at first. 2 outs. Corpus Christi leading this one 3-0 on 2 errors. Here's the 0-2. And fouled off. Getting that one in the count now, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The windup, the pitch, and foul. Still keeping it close. Well, trying to get out of this half inning even more unscathed as it is. The 0-2. And again, oh my goodness. And there is the 4th wild pitch of the ball game. And so far, one wild pitch after another wild pitch, and that will put the runner right now to second. Francisco Acuna might just be yahooing his team. Is 1-2. That one fouled off. The count now still hanging on. 1-2 the count. What do you mean by Yahoo? Yahoo? Well, I would say if you haven't heard that one before, it means shanghaiing somebody, hanging them upside down by their legs in a tree. Here's a 1-2. Right there, out of play. And the count now still holding at 1-2. Pitches this inning is 22, which that would confuse the starting pitcher. And the 1-2. That one high fly in the air, up to center field, and this will get him out of more danger, as that will put the side retired. 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, and they will leave one on base. So we go to the bottom half of 2, and Corpus Christi leading this one by 3-0. Bottom half of the second inning set to go for San Antonio. Right now, the Missions Baseball Network. Well, the right fielder is Jacob Campbell as he comes in. Glad to have you with us here in the bottom half of the second inning here in the last weekend of our homestand as Campbell will take an inside strike and the count now 0-1. Stadium lights are now taking full effect here at the ballpark tonight. That one fouled in the way, the count now at 0-2. Crowd still piling in here in the stadium tonight. Wolf Stadium, San Antonio. That one high fly in the air. And in left field, the center fielder gets there and gets the out, so there is one down.
Six, the designated hitter, Cole Roeder.
Here is the designated hitter, Cole Roederer. Will get inside for a strike, and the count now at 0-1. And the pitch, that's right there, line drive, base hit, finally getting somebody on base, that's Roederer. After a tough inning of losing 3 to Corpus Christi on 2 errors. But evidently trying to come back and get something going. Third baseman Yendry Rojas coming in, will take an inside strike, and the count now 0-1. So far, join us when we're back at it this next season. On Tuesday, April 7th, 2026, taking on these guys, the visiting Corpus Christi Hooks. Start of our homestand, which that would be pretty good. That one is up to right field, and that is out number 2. So we start the season on the second day of April. April 2nd through the 4th, we're at Tulsa. April 7th through the 12th, we're taking on Corpus Christi. And then we go to Midland right after that, starting April 14th through the 19th. We're back home to take on the Amarillo Sod Poodles Tuesday, April 21st through the 26th. Then April 28th through May 3rd, we're back up in Tulsa. 12-game homestand starting May 5th going to the 17th. First leadoff 6 against Midland and 6 against Wichita. May 19th through the 24th, we're up in Frisco. May 26th through the 31st, taking on Corpus Christi. June 2nd through the 7th, we're up in Wichita. And then we are back on June 9th through the 14th, versing off the Frisco Rough Riders. June 16th through the 28th, we're up on a 12-game road series. 6 up in Corpus Christi and 6 at Arkansas. And right there, that will do it on a loaded up full count. And with that, the side is retired. So no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left on. And third inning coming up. And it is a 3-0 lead for Corpus Christi. Well, Luis Baez will come in, following in as Encarnacion and Daniels as we get ready to go for the third inning straight ahead. Well, anyway, June 30th through July 5th, we take on the Amarillo Sod Poodles. That will be our last homestand for the first half. And then July 7th through the 12th at Midland. We're 9-game homestand to lead off the second half as we get ready to take on Corpus Christi for the leadoff 3 and Frisco for a 6-game homestand. So with a combined 9, that's pretty good. July 28th through August 2nd, we are up in Amarillo. Then we're back home August 4th through the 9th, taking on the visiting Springfield Cardinals. August 11th through the 16th, we're at Frisco. August 18th through the 23rd, taking on the visiting Northwest Arkansas Naturals. August 25th through the 30th, we're up in Springfield. And then September 1st through the 6th, we're taking on Midland for the last homestand of 2026. September 8th through the 13th, the last road travel to Amarillo right after that. And yeah, that is our pretty much big schedule for next year. 168 road games, 69 of them being the home games, and the other 69 with the other road games, I gotta say. But anyway. Well, anyway, about ready to go for the top of the third. Here is Luis Baez. As we are set to go, the windup and the pitch. And that one is going to be high fly in the air, foul. And the count now at 0-1. No balls, one strike, the windup.
Ball one.
And that is ball one, so that'll even up the count now at 1-1. Yeah, pretty good schedule that you read out to us, John, and you can find this schedule out at our box office. Just come by, see us, and get your copy of the 2026 schedule when you come pick up your ticket tonight. Or you could get one on your way out after tonight's game. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be broken bat. Right there to Austin Kropp. He gets it. And, yeah, he'll have to avoid all that broken shrapnel out there. That is another broken bat. So evidently that will go into the garbage can. Here is Luis Encarnacion as he comes in. Takes a ball outside, the count now 1-0. Third inning, Corpus Christi 3. San Antonio trailing the 3. But evidently just trying to get in there. That one is high fly in the air. And it was playable. Right fielder Campbell was running after it. And so far that will be the count now at 1-1. Wind up and the pitch, and that's a high fly in the air, not a play foul. And the count now 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that is foul. So still a weather delay there in Wichita. And so far we'll go ahead and get Bob to get going on that. Wind up and the pitch, and that's going to be fouled off. Still hanging on. But evidently, well, pretty good on that. 1 ball, 2 strikes, a pitch right there. And there is another wild pitch. Can he get him? No. And one thing or another, Francisco Acuna gave up his 5th wild pitch. And here is Zach Daniels. He comes in. Hits that one out of play, and the count now at 0-1. So far for Francisco Acuna, he has really been shanghaiing people. And that's going to be right there. Line drive, that's a base hit. Going to first, going to second. Runner going home from first. And he's in on that RBI double by Daniels.
Third baseman, Cam Smith.
Cam Smith is coming in now. And evidently it has not been good for this defense. But evidently, yeah, it's just been one of them things. Ooh, what is that noise? Well, it's that hail, let me tell you. Up there in Wichita. Man, I tell you one thing, that's what got the game canceled. Here's the 1-0. That one fouled in the way, the count now at 1-1. Yep, and I would say that out there at the ballpark, yeah, that thunderstorm came in and it delivered some golf ball size hail. That one's right there, line drive, base hit. And Corpus Christi getting their 5th run across.
Now batting.
Boy, Austin Kropp is not a happy man, and let me tell you that for sure. Well, evidently, there is going to be a warm-up toss going on. And so far, that's going to put in Jagger Haynes, says he'll get in. Manager will have his way to the dugout, and he'll make the change right here, right now. And as you can tell, he is not happy with him, and I would say I wouldn't be either if I was that manager. Jagger Haynes coming in as a 4-seam slider changeup, and he's the first guy to come in relief for San Antonio here tonight. Corpus Christi up by 5-0 here in the top of the 3rd inning. As that's an inside strike, the count now at 0-1. Strikeout and a run is 0 for 1 by Deming here tonight. And the windup. That one fouled and away. The count now at 0-2. So gotta say, pretty bad when you get something going like that. That was also a video from Wichita when they got the hail earlier today. Or was that earlier yesterday? I can't be too sure. But I do think it was yesterday when they got the hail. Well, weather reports say it was a Tuesday night severe weather threat going on. Well, it could have been any of these days this week, but they had to make up that doubleheader against Tulsa. And so far, it's one of them things. But right there, called third strike and got him down. Deming getting the backwards K.
The center fielder, Zach Cole.
Now Zach Cole coming in. 0 for 1 on a fielder's choice and a run. Wind up and the pitch. That's an inside strike. The count now at 0-1. Well, I tell you what, we had some pretty interesting images out there at the Port Stadium, and yeah, the thunderstorm cloud, there was scud cloud and large destructive hail. Well, so far they got the tarp out, and yeah, they pretty much had fun. You know, there'd be a lot of people that go out, go slip and sliding on that tarp. And yeah, I gotta say, it'd be pretty fun. Well, we go ahead to give you some scores going. Springfield and Northwest Arkansas tied at the top of the 7th inning at 2-2. Arkansas 5-3 in the top of the 5th inning. Frisco top of the 7th inning. It's the Rough Riders 4 and Midland 3. Corpus Christi leading this game 5-0 against San Antonio. And that's going to be right there. Line drive, base hit. And so far, just one base hit after another.
Now batting, Shortstop
Now,
is
yesterday, that was a
Jaworski.
pretty funny affair right there. You know, that San Antonio, that one lone run held up the ball game, held up the victory for San Antonio. It was pretty good. Here is Chase Jaworski as he comes in. And so far, yep, there is so many wild pitches. And yeah, Francisco Acuna is not having a good night thus far. You know, I bet the manager is going to be getting on his butt about, not giving up too many of them past balls, but he's been, for the whole evening, giving up the past ball. Yeah, for sure, and it's preceding the game to being long. Chase Jaworski comes in, second and third, two away, top of the third. Corpus Christi has two more in scoring position, 6 and 7. Runners possibility to the plates.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Well, that's off the plate, and in the count now, 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's a 2-1 delivery, and that's a swing and a miss right there. The count now 2-2. Well, evidently they should replace that catcher and evidently get him thrown out of the ball game if that nonsense continues. But anyway, that will do as a swing and a miss, and so far one run comes in across the score. But they do leave a pair on base, so we head to the bottom of the third. And Corpus Christi now leading this ball game 5-0. Now set to go for the bottom of the third right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Leo Dallas DeVries will be the next batter up for San Antonio. And he'll take that one in for a pitch, and the count now at 0-1. Inside strike, that is. That one fouled off. And the count now at 0-2. Well, gotta say, always good to always have a little fun and stuff. So 1 ball and 2 strikes the count now as he'll miss outside. Wind up and the pitch by Treadwell. Swings and misses after that one. And that is out number 1 on a strikeout.
The left fielder, number 30, Albert.
Left fielder is Albert Fabian as we'll go to the top of the batting order for San Antonio here in this one. High pop up, straight away up in left field. And that's out number 2. Man, oh man, tell you one thing, you don't see that every day, but now you do. Francisco Acuna, the batter. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count now 0-1. 2 outs, nobody on. Corpus Christi in favor of this ball game. 5-0 their score. That one high fly in the air. Up in left field, that does it. So a 1-2-3 inning. And for San Antonio, they don't get anything across on this matter. We head to the 4th inning. Lavastida, Bastidas, and Baez get things going for the 4th inning right after this. All right, about set to go for the top of the fourth inning. Here is Brian Lavastida. John, take it away. Thank you, Bob. Fourth inning, set to go. 9-1-2 due up against Jagger Haynes.
0-1's the count.
The first reliever of the ninth. The windup and the pitch is right there in the end for a strike. The count now at 0-2. So far, the starting pitcher tonight for San Antonio, I gotta say, he has not had a good night thus far. Giving up a lot of wild pitches. That's one way they got on base. As easy as that. Here's the 0-2. Called third strike, and they got him. Lavastida goes down on a backwards K, and that is out number one. Well, the leadoff batter is Jesus Bastidas as he comes in. Ready to go. The windup and the pitch. That one is hit high in the air, foul. And the count now at 0-1. No balls, one strike. The windup. And that's a slider inside. Will be taken in. And the count now 0-2. No balls and two strikes right there. An outside slider. The count now 1-2. Well, so far, if it's not going to let up there in Wichita, but that's something we need to pretty much look at.
Ball, that's in.
Well, that one is outside. The count now at 1-2. So far, looking at the rain and all types of stuff. There in good old Wichita, Kansas, there's severe weather that moves through. And that's going to get through for a base hit. Runner heads to second. And that's going to be a stand-up double by Jesus Bastidas.
Now batting, right fielder, Luis Baez.
Well, Luis Baez coming in. Boy, and tomorrow is really good for Brady. Temperature 73 degrees. And boy, it feels like fall already. Now, end of baseball season nears completion. That one's fouled off. The count now at 0-1. Well, so far, San Antonio could easily see that cool front coming in, dropping the temperatures down to the mid to lower 80s, possibly getting into our 70s. That one is right there. And the third baseman, Rojas, will get it straight away to Castañon, and that is out number 2.
Now batting, the first baseman, Luis Encarnacion.
Well, Luis Encarnacion coming in now. And yes, so far, believe it or not, Wichita has had the rain. And yes, there is rain on their radar. Now, I don't think the grounds there at the porch are safe to play on, but they'll call that game as soon as possible. But anyway, let's continue onward with the broadcast. 1-1. The count now to Luis Encarnacion. 2 out, 1 on second. 84 is there at second base. Here's the pitch. That one high fly in the air. Center fielder Joshua Mears getting in right to center as he'll make the play for the inning. Well, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. 4.5. Corpus Christi leading this one 5-0. We'll be right back in our broadcast as we head to the bottom of the 4th when we come back. Well, we now head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Right now, the Mission's Baseball Network. Well, Joshua Mears, the center fielder, will strike up first for San Antonio as we go to the fourth inning. As he'll take an inside strike, the count now 0-1. Here's the 0-1, and that's going to be grounded straight away third. Flip it straight across to first, and that's out number one.
Number 6, Marcos.
Well, Marcos Castañon coming in as he's ready to go. Boy, starting to lose daylight rather quickly. But all-knowingly, the month of September gets in pretty good, just shy of October. And yes, the evenings do get a little bit more darker quick. Around 7:30 or 8 o'clock during that time. But anyway, it is what it is. Well, base hit to the fourth hole batter, Marcos Castañon. Here is Jacob Campbell as he'll take an inside strike and the count down 0-1. His 0-for-1 flyout tonight in the ball game itself. Here's the windup and the pitch. That one's going to be right there. Line drive. And it looks like it's going to be playable. Yes, it will be. And finally, something is cooking. They think he tried to get him out at third, but evidently he was there safely. So, no lie about that. Liars and cheats don't win. Yeah, you got that right, John. Now, he was at, you look at the instant replay and you see him tag him at third. His foot is on the bag. That means he's pretty much safe from getting an out right there. Well, the designated hitter is Cole Roederer as he'll stand in. 2-1, second and third. The pitch right there and inside for a strike. And the count now at 1-1. Well, San Antonio trying to get into another win here tonight, and that's going to be right there. Line drive high in the air. And here comes the runner, tagging from third, and is in across the score. And they will not be shut out any longer as the Missions get on the board. It's now a 4-run trail. Yendry Rojas coming in. He's 0-for-1, a flyout. San Antonio got a lot of innings to take care of, and that's going to be line foul. The count now 0-1. Get a sacrifice fly to bring home that first run. And that's going to be right there. The count now 0-2. Runner at third still hanging on. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he could have held up, but evidently could not. So 1 run on a couple of base hits. No errors, 1 left on. We head to the 5th inning. Corpus Christi leading by 4. It's 5-1. Zach Daniels, Smith, and Deming will lead the 5th when we come back. Fifth inning coming up for Corpus Christi. Right now, the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Zach Daniels coming in. We lead off the fifth inning for the Hooks here. 4, 5, and 6 due up against Jagger Haynes. That one high in the air. Plenty of time. Running after it. Foul grounds. He's got it.
Now batting.
And there is one down.
Cam Smith.
Well, the third baseman for Corpus Christi is Cam Smith. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles RBI. So far, pretty good on that one. Wind up and the pitch is right there and in for a strike. The count now at 0-1. Well, Hook fans, those that are in Corpus Christi there at Bayfront Park, don't forget the Wichita Wind Surge in town on Tuesday.
Got him.
Taking on your Corpus Christi Hooks.
Austin Demi.
Well, 2 outs after that. Missions head off to Springfield, taking on the Springfield Cardinals next week. And then after that, it'd be it. Regular season would be over. Well, that up to right field, and that will pretty much do for the half inning is over. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on. We had bottom of 5, and it is Corpus Christi 5, San Antonio 1. Nerwilli and Cedeno coming in. DeVries and Fabian will lead it off. Well, we get ready to go here in the last half of the 5th inning. Well, about set to go for the bottom half of the fifth right now, the Missions Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. And Willie and Cedeno coming in as we're set to go for the last half of the fifth inning, and that one was right there in the end for a strike. The count now at 0-1. And the pitch is outside. The count now even up 1-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
So far, be nice to see them temperatures get down. It feel like a fall-like day.
Ball 2.
I remember in 2018, Midland took on Springfield there at Franco Park. And I gotta say, I remember attending that ball game, and it was chilly. Temperature was 33 degrees. Ooh. What's the matter, Bob? You chilling out right there? I guess that'd give Bob chills up his spine right there. Yeah, you're not kidding right there, John. 33 degrees. That's cold. Shit. Okay, Bob. You can cut the axe now. Ooh. But yeah, it was a very cold one. Well, Springfield got beat that evening. That one is high fly in the air up to the right field area, shy of the warning track. We'll make the play as Cedeno will be the first one out.
Now batting.
In the bottom of the fifth inning. Well, that'll bring in Leo Dallas DeVries, 0 for 1, a strikeout. So far, pretty good. That one's going to also be bashed, and that'll get down for extra bases. And there he goes, as Leo Dallas has the double. And that's a double meat cheeseburger coupon courtesy of those at Whataburger. And he was almost thinking about the triple out there at third. Here is left fielder Albert Fabian. That one is outside, 1 ball and no strikes. So yeah, getting dark in the top of the third, and I say it is a dark evening. That one high flying out of play, and the count now at 1-1. Now in daylight savings time, yes, that will be the week before. Every veteran out there, Veterans Day. And here he goes. And he is safe.
Now batting.
Boy, took a big risk right there as they tried to get him. But evidently their plan is snuffed out. Here is Francisco Acuna. Catcher tonight for San Antonio. And that one is right there, and the count now at 0-1. No balls and a strike. And that's right there in the end for code strike 2. And that one is foul, so stay alive one more time on that. Temperature-wise, 94 degrees here, the bottom of the fifth inning. Mostly clear skies. We go cloudy skies by overnight for Saturday. Chances of thunderstorms tomorrow, mid to evening. Even Sunday as well, we could have some storm chances. Probably into Monday as well, so there could be more rain within our viewing area. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. Got him down, and that will do for this half inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. And to the 6th inning we go. Corpus Christi having this 4-run lead. It's 5-1. 6th inning coming up here in San Antonio. Zach Kroll, Jaworski, and Lavastida get things going for the 6th when we come back. Top of the 6th inning for Corpus Christi, right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Zach Kroll coming in as we get ready to go for this half inning. Thank you, Bob, and here we go. Down and in, 1 ball, no strikes, as that one is outside. Still plenty of time to get your tickets now for tonight's ball game, and so far, join in the action as we have this last weekend to spend time together. Don't forget, tomorrow night, catch the last fireworks show of the season. Presented by West Creek Trail Rides and Dr. Pepper. Right there, line drive up to third baseman Yendry Rojas. Give it to Castañon. He's got him for the out.
Shortstop, Chase Jaworski.
Well, Chase Jaworski coming in. He's 1 for 2, single, an RBI and run. Pretty good right there. Here's pitch. That's fouled off. The count now at 0-1. Still plenty of baseball here in this broadcast. Final time of seeing this Flying Chonkless team in action. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind up and the pitch. And that's inside for a strike. The count now 1-2. Jeff Andrews behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Wind up and the pitch is right there, high in the air, up and foul. And the count now at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one, ground ball, straight away. Castañon steps on the back, got him.
Now batting.
So 2 down here in this one. I've got to say, Springfield leading Northwest Arkansas 4-2. Arkansas having a good lead against Amarillo 5-3. And it's tie ball game there in Midland. It is 4-4. Bottom of the 9th inning for the Rockhounds. Ryan Lavastida coming in as he'll take that one in. And the count now at 0-1. Well, believe it or not, I do believe the Tulsa Drillers are up to play. I guess they are, but evidently they are not broadcasting as of this point forward. That's going to be intercepted. Cedeno will stop it right there, and they get him by Castañon, a footstep. That was great play. And he jumped road and got him right there. Way off target on that play. And that will end the top of the 6th inning. We head to the bottom of 6. Mears, Castañon, and Campbell will lead it off. We come back here in this one. go to the bottom half of the sixth inning right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, news from Wichita. Boy, they are getting started. Tulsa Drillers now up 3-0, bottom of the first inning. Boy, not so many fans there in Wichita, but evidently they did go out. Yeah, and they are 9:43 p.m. getting going in the bottom of the first inning, but Tulsa having that 3-run advantage against the wind surge. 2 balls, 1 strike, Joshua Mears, the bottom of the sixth inning. That one fouled off. The count now 2-2. Well, the Rockhounds walk it off. Final score 5-4. They beat the Frisco Rough Riders there in Game 4. Well, that fouled off ball. The count now still hanging on at 2-2. And that one is outside, and that'll make it full at 3-2. Marcos Castañon waiting on deck for San Antonio. That one's going to be right there. What a stop right there to third, and they get him out at first. And in time to make the play for out number 1. Why, Marcos Castañon comes in. Well, that'll make a manager happy on that kind of play. There's a high fly in the air. Straightaway center, and that will pretty much be the out. Castañon did not last too long. And here is the right fielder, Jacob Campbell. 1 for 2 double. The last time up. Treadwell now at 73 pitches. Well, we got a lefty and a righty, Blake Wyman and Jose Fleury getting loose out there on the Corpus Christi bullpen. So activity is getting ready to go. Right there, the count now 1-1. Well, this guy has stayed in and already 74 pitches.
That's ball 2.
And that is ball 2.
1 strike.
So count now 2-1. Wind up and the pitch. And that's going to be high in the air up to left center field. Center fielder has eyes on it, makes the play, and that's the inning over. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for San Antonio. We head to the 7th. And the Corpus Christi Hooks are up in front, 5-1. So we'll have Bastidas, Baez, and Encarnacion to lead it for the 7th when we come back. Seventh inning coming up for Corpus Christi right now, the Missions Baseball Network. Well, the leadoff batter is Jesus Bastidas as we get set to go. Top of inning number 7 right here in San Antonio. Wind up at the pitch. That one's high in the air. Up the center fielder, Joshua Mears, coming and racing at it for the out. And makes the play for out number 1. Luis Baez grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 3 of the night. Boy, John, you got to sound good after the last couple of days that you've had sniffles and stuff. Well, got to say, Bob, I feel really good. Feel like a racehorse that can run the Texas Derby. I bet you do. Yeah, Luis Encarnacion coming in. He popped out last in the first inning. You know, am I a funny guy to be around, Bob? Is that a rhetorical question? Well, yeah. Yeah, right there, the count now, no balls and 1 strike. You've been really good the past 4 years. Just glad to call you my friend and partner here in good old San Antonio. This is pretty much our home here. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one high fly in the air, and this should do for this half inning. And we are going to take you out to the ballpark. And the 7th inning stretch right now. So get up and stretch. Come on, everybody. Let's sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Corpus Christi leading this one 5-1 as we head to the last of the 7th inning coming up. Goal Rotorer, Rojas and Cedeno will lead it off. Bottom of 7 when we come back. Well, hope you've had a good bottom half of the 7th inning, and so far we are through the stretch here tonight as we get going, and so far we are just so happy to join you on the booth. Well, John Baker and I are here, and gotta be a pretty good one. John, take it away as we get going. Thank you, Bob, and here we are to the 7th inning here tonight and this Friday. Cole Roederer standing in. Lonzo Treadwell, 76 pitches through already his 7th inning start. And that one's going to be bashed. That one's deep. That one bounces, and that is a Cole Roederer double. Man, what a good way to get things going here in this ball game. Well, San Antonio's got 9 outs to deal with. And that means that they could try to come back and win this ball game if need be. Well, the manager coming out, Alonzo Treadwell, is out of this ball game. And so far, for Treadwell, he has served his purpose well.
Now pitching for
Corpus Christi is calling up the left-hander Blake Wyman. He'll be the reliever of this broadcast. And so far, he has a 4-seam slider and a 2-seam, 3 pitches to choose from. And a 94 on that fastball, 87 the slider, and 91 on the 2-seam fastball. That one right there. And that is going to be gloved right to first in time. And that will scoop the runner from second to third right there. Well, only takes a base hit, and Orwellian Cedeno going to try to make the magic happen here tonight. Can you pull a rabbit out of a hat? Oh, is that a rhetorical question there, Bob? Yeah, I gotta say it could be. If you're a magician. Well, can you turn a pony to a full-size horse? Yeah, you could probably say that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cedeno coming in. Here's the pitch. That one fouled in the way. The count now 1-2. But anyway, yes, our proud sponsor tonight, West Creek Trail Rides. Gotta say, call 210-616-6585 to book your online reservation. That's going to be well hit, and cannot come up with it. And San Antonio scores the RBI single, and that will be an error on the shortstop, it looks, yeah.
Now batting.
So that will go down as an E6 on decision. So far, 3 errors tonight committed. 2 for San Antonio, 1 for Corpus Christi. And so far, boy, they are just getting in trouble tonight. That one's going to be bashed down the line and out of play, foul. Boy, if it would have stayed fair, that would have got it to a 5-4 ball game. And that's outside. Well, the count now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Wind up in the pitch, and that will get him. And Leo Dallas DeVries getting up, and now the tying run is left fielder Albert Fabian. 0 for 3, a ground out in the first inning. First and second, Corpus Christi leading 5-2 against San Antonio. That one fouled in the way. The count now at 0-1. When I tell you one thing, if they could whack in a 3, that would tie us up at 5-5. And right there, swing and a miss. The count now at 0-2. Wyman threw his first 11 pitches here in the pitch relief process. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. And that will be out number 2.
Now batting, number 58.
Here is Francisco Acuna. Acuna coming in, ready to go. And he is set. That one is a high fly in the air, center field, and that will do it. But a run in to score on a few hits, no errors, 2 left on for San Antonio, and 1 error. We head to the 8th inning. Corpus Christi out in front by 3. It's 5-2. 8th inning coming up. Daniel, Smith, and Deming will lead it off for Corpus Christi. We come back. Top of the eighth inning for Corpus Christi right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Zach Daniels coming in. Eighth inning, straight ahead. Wind up and the pitch is a swing and a miss. The count now at 0-1. Jagger Haynes now at 47. He's doing pretty good tonight here, Bob. Now I gotta say, John, absolutely right. Getting things going for San Antonio. He's at 48 pitches now as he's up a 0-2 count, and one more could get him going. That one high fly in the air up to center field. Joshua Mears getting after it, makes a play, and there is out number one.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Cam Smith is 2 for 3, 2 singles, an RBI. I want to say it's a pretty long-awaited ball game there in Wichita after the rain delay and everything else that they got. So now that's going to be a pitch clock violation on Jagger Haynes. 1 ball and no strikes. Springfield gets a win. Their final score 4-3. Arkansas gets a W, 7-3 against Amarillo. Midland 5-4. The final score against the Frisco Rough Riders. 5-2, top of the eighth inning. That one is bashed. It's deep. It's out of here. And boy, how do you like that? Third baseman Cam Smith gets a new ball out of this ballpark. And now Corpus Christi now leads 6-2. So here we go again from square one. Man, I tell you one thing, that is out of here like nothing else. 396 foot over 102 mile per hour on the exit velocity. Yeah, I got to say, Bob, absolutely right. Well, the Tulsa Drillers lead Wichita 3-1 in the bottom half of their second inning. And I guess they could play 7 or 9 innings worth tonight, even though it would be a late night ball game after all the rain they got today. The 0-1. And again, here's another one. Back-to-back jacks. How do you like that? And now Corpus Christi now leading 7-2. That's another home run. I bet fans up there in Corpus Christi are so happy watching this on the big ballpark monitor. Fans can easily watch the ball game on the big screen. Out in the field, which that will be pretty good. Playoff rounds are coming in. Get your tickets now. That one is high fly in the air up to left field. Fabian will run it down and cut it off. And there's out number 2. 2 home runs. And now San Antonio trailing this game by 5. Here is Chase Jaworski. 2 outs and nobody on after the back-to-back home runs. Wind up and the pitch. That one high fly in the air, foul, and the count now at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Right there, swing and a miss. Got him. And we go down to the bottom half of the 8th inning, but 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on. And we get ready to go. Bottom of the 8th. Corpus Christi leading this one 7-2. So we're back with a new arm coming up for the bottom of the 8th inning. About set to go for the bottom half of the 8th inning for San Antonio right now, the Missions Baseball Network.
Pitching for Corpus.
Well, Jose Fleury coming for same changeup, slider, curveball, and a two-seam fastball.
Fleury.
Be the right-hander on the mound for Corpus Christi. Will lead off the bottom half of the 8th inning on the hill for the Hooks.
For the Missions, the center fielder.
Center fielder Joshua Mears is 1 for 3. As he comes in, is ready to go. Wind up and to pitch. That one is high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Hooks have Cesar Gomez, Logan Van Way, 2 right-handers warming up for Corpus Christi. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch, and that's going to be right there. Line drive, base hit to center. And boy, the Mission's trying to come back in this one.
Number 6, Marcos Castanon.
Well, Marcos Castanon coming in. Ready to go in this one. We'll take that one down and in as 1 ball and no strikes. 5-run lead here tonight for Corpus Christi. And so far, Bob, do these boys come back or what's the game plan? Well, the game plan is you need to get the bases juiced up really good. And so far, all you have to do is command your plate discipline. That's all you have to do. In other words, you get bases loaded up and then somebody hits it out. Exactly. Marcos Castanon is 2 balls and no strikes, and that's going to be an inside strike. And that will be in the count now, 2-1. Boy, it is getting to the point where this ball game is almost done. Bottom half of the 8th inning, and only 9:43 p.m. on this evening. Close to 10 o'clock as we get going. The last half of the 8th inning, that's out number 1 as Castanon is out on strikes. Jacob Campbell is 1 for 3 with the double. And here's the pitch. That's going to be right there, high in the air, and that is base hit. Well, 2-1 and 1 away, and now just get a 3-run shot. That'll put it to a 2-run lead for Corpus Christi. And that'll bring in Cole Roederer as he comes in. We'll take a strike. And it's the count now at 0-1. Well, he was a 2 for 2 last time up. Also a double. That one fouled in the way, the count now at 0-2. Corpus Christi trying to get a road win here tonight in San Antonio. I like San Antonio better than somebody saying San Antonio because they don't finish their sentence. I got you. And that's going to be right there. Line drive, base hit, and it gets down. And the run scores from second. And that's a Cole Roederer double that will bring in a run with the RBI double. Boy, and that's why Cole Roederer is one of the best in the San Diego Padres organization. Yeah, he sure is. Here's Yandri Rojas. Let's see if he can tack on more. And that one's going to be line drive high in the air. And here comes the runner tagging up from second to third. Run in to score. And it makes it a 3-run lead for Corpus Christi. Plan of attack executed as well. And so far the new plan, get some more men on base. That's what you got to do. Manager coming out of the ballpark as, or should I say the bullpen. Jose Fleury is out in this ball game and so far responsible for giving up those 3 runs.
Number 69.
AJ Blue Ball coming in as a four-seam fastball, slider, changeup, and a sweeper. Will gets the second relief man on for Corpus Christi tonight.
The second baseman.
Second baseman is Nerwillian Cedeno. Our new score, Corpus Christi 7, San Antonio 4. 3-run lead for the Hooks. Right there, line drive, and that is out at first base, and that will do it. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave 1 left on. 9th inning coming up. Corpus Christi leading by 3 at 7-4. So Brian Lavastida, Bastidas, and Baez will round it out here in this one. Top of the 9th inning, set to go for Corpus Christi right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Brian Lavastida coming in. We head to the 9th inning. Hooks have a 3-run advantage against San Antonio, 7-4 here in this ball game. The windup and the pitch, that one is going to be high flying in the air, foul. And the count now at 0-1. San Antonio has another half inning to catch up. 3 outs. So far, pretty good. That one hit to third baseman Rojas Castañon, receives the baseball. And that is out number 1. Jesus Bastidas is 1 for 4 double last time up. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that is going to be bashed. And that'll hit the foul pole. That's a home run. And make it 8-4. And so far, that will pretty much square away a second term of runs coming in. Here is Luis Baez. Corpus Christi 8, San Antonio 4. So now a 4-run lead for the Hooks here tonight. They're not giving up this game easily. No, not like last night when they had a 1-run advantage. And that was San Antonio. 1 run all the way through the ball game. Impressive.
Ball 1.
Well, right there, that is ball 1. The count now at 1-1. Tulsa leading Wichita 3-1. They're in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. And they still got a long way to go. That one high fly in the air. And that is out number 2.
The batter, the first baseman, Luis.
Well, Luis Encarnacion is coming in. 0 for 4, popped out in the 1st inning. It's ready to go. Wind up at the pitch. Right there, swing and a miss. The count now at 0-1. And that one's going to be popped up. Straightaway shortstop DeVries is under it. Makes the play, and that's the half inning over. Well, 1 run on couple hits, no errors, and nobody left. We're 9.5 here tonight, San Antonio. Corpus Christi leading 8-4 as we head to the bottom of the 9th. Leo Dallas, DeVries, Fabian, and Acuna will be the last 3 men for the San Antonio lineup to come back and get this game going. Hopefully try to win it. If not, then that's okay. We'll be right back in our broadcast. Bottom half of the ninth inning for San Antonio right now, the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Leo Dallas DeVries coming in as we set to go for the last half of the ninth inning. 9-1-2 due up for San Antonio. That's going to be right there. Line drive, base hit. And here he comes. Runner heads to second, and he's got in for the leadoff double. Leo Dallas DeVries, boy, I tell you, pretty good through this year when we took on the Wichita Wind Surge during that time. And after that, we headed to Arkansas. Left fielder Fabian coming in. Trying to get something going, and that's going to be an inside strike. The count now at 0-1. 0 for 4, strikeout and 2 flyouts, ground out. So far, pretty good on this one. Picani is all new tonight with a new episode that now just released. Don't miss the next episode next Friday night at 6:30 right here to Jay Baker Vlogs. Right there, ground ball. Throw down to first in time for out number 1.
Now batting, number 58.
Well, San Antonio could, well, definitely be in for the loss tonight. Here is Francisco Acuna. Runner at second, 1 away. Acuna to the plate. Hits that one straight away, and he's going for it. And in from second across the score is the RBI single. And now it's a 3-run lead for Corpus Christi. That one is outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. So we've got to play station to station when it comes to this in the ball game. Joshua Mears is 2 for 4, a double, single, a run. And so far, pretty good right there. That one right there, now to play, and the count now at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. And that is fouled off. It's 1-2. One and two. Swing and a miss. Got him. And that is out number 2.
Number 6,
Marcos Castañon coming in. Boy, I tell you what, the Wichita Wind Surge taking on the Tulsa Drillers tonight. Boy, I tell you, top of the 4th inning, and it's 3-1. And there's not a lot of fans out there at the porch right now. No, I mean, they probably got bored and went home. The weather was not good tonight. Temperature now 65 degrees. And with that said, Corpus Christi will win this ball game. Now at 47-83. And still a long way to go. But they are also eliminated from the Texas League, and so far the standings are not good for Corpus Christi. 47-83. But San Antonio now at 71-57. Alonzo Treadwell gets the win. AJ Blueball gets the loss. And so far, Austin Krob will get the loss for San Antonio. But anyway, what a night it's been. As that will wrap up baseball for this evening. Well, down to our last 2 games here tonight. And so far, it will most definitely be pretty good on top of that. Don't forget that Midland and Springfield, the first 2 teams to get the Texas League playoff ticket right there. Well, evidently, they are doing pretty good, but evidently it should be the Frisco Rough Riders getting in to the Texas League playoffs. But evidently pretty good on that. Well, for the Frisco Rough Riders, they take on the Northwest Arkansas Naturals for their last homestand. And I will say they will have a good chance of trying to get going to catch up with San Antonio. And so far, I would say that San Antonio probably has been eliminated from the competition, knowing that their first half South Division is probably outmatched in this one. But anyway, what a night it's been, and so far for San Antonio, it has not been a good night thus far. But anyway, let's go over runs, hits, and errors. First for the victorious Corpus Christi Hooks, 8 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. And for San Antonio, 5, 11, and 2. Cam Smith was 3 for 4, a home run and 2 RBIs. And the winner is Alonzo Treadwell. He took the win for Corpus Christi. Austin Krubb getting the loss. Well, I gotta say, we greet the Flying Chancla uniforms. Best wishes till next year. But evidently, cannot wait to see these uniforms again. And maybe in Springfield, which that would be pretty good. Which that would be a really, really good thing. Well, for all of us here tonight, we want everybody to be home safe. And we'll see y'all tomorrow night. First pitch, 7:05. Don't forget, we are wrapping up the homestand with a Sunday night first pitch, and we are saying farewell into this season. So yes, gotta say, pretty good on that. Anyway, final score, Corpus Christi 8, San Antonio 5. So have a good night, everybody.